This fanfiction story is an original work created and scripted entirely from my own imagination. It is made solely for entertainment purposes and is not intended to harm or disrespect any idols mentioned.
After my classes ended, I stepped out of the building, only to find a complete downpour waiting for me. Just my luck. The one day I leave my umbrella at home, it decides to flood. I squeezed into a dry corner under the awning, watching everyone else walk past in pairs or under their own umbrellas, completely stuck until the rain decided to let up. Keonho, approaching from behind with a smirk. "Hey, forget your umbrella?" I froze. This was the guy everyone at school talked about, and we had never spoken a word to each other. Dumbfounded, I pointed a finger at my own chest, basically asking, "Are you actually talking to me?" Keonho, laughing as he ruffles my hair. "Yes, you. Who else would I be talking to? Look at your face. You're always so quiet and shy. It's cute." I quickly shifted away, awkwardly brushing his hand off my head. "Keonho, where do you live? My driver's waiting out front. I'll give you a ride." "YN, no, really I'm fine." Before I could even step back, he reached over and effortlessly slid my backpack off my shoulder. "Keonho, right, because walking all the way to the bus stop to catch a bus in a storm sounds like a great plan. What, are you trying to catch pneumonia so you can skip school tomorrow?" "YN, wait, how do you even know I take the bus?" Keonho, proudly popping his collar with a grin. "Let's just call it basic observation. Now come on, you're coming with me." I couldn't even find the words to argue. I just silently followed him under his big umbrella, shielding us from the heavy downpour as we walked to his luxurious car. The driver was already standing outside, holding the door open for both of us. The next day, I was resting at home when I heard a deep, unfamiliar voice downstairs. "Mom," calling from the bottom of the stairs. "YN, can you come down here for a second?" I walked downstairs, completely confused, to find a man wearing a sleek black suit, standing in our living room. He looked incredibly professional, like a secret agent or a high-profile bodyguard. "Mom, YN, this gentleman is here to pick you up. I need you to go with him for a little while, okay? Don't worry, it's safe." Before I could even ask what was going on, the man politely bowed. "The driver, right this way, Miss YN." He guided me outside to a sleek black luxury car parked right in front of our house. He opened the passenger door for me, and once I was inside, he drove off. I watched out the window as the familiar streets faded away, replaced by a wealthy neighborhood, until we finally pulled up to a massive, palace-like house. The driver led me through the grand entrance. The interior was breathtaking, filled with expensive decor. Standing in the center of the main hall was a richly dressed, elegant woman who looked like royalty. "Mrs. Anne." "Ah, you must be YN. Please come sit down." I nervously took a seat across from her, holding my hands tightly in my lap. "Mrs. Anne," sighing softly, "I'll get straight to the point. I brought you here because of my son, Keonho. He is completely unserious about his studies, and quite frankly, he's a troublemaker. I've hired countless professional tutors for him, but none of them could handle his attitude. They all quit." I blinked, surprised to hear Keonho's name. "Mrs. Anne." So I decided to look into his school instead. I looked at the academic records and found that you are at the absolute top of every single subject. You are brilliant, YN. "YN, me?" Mrs. Anne, leaning forward, pleading sincerely. "Yes, I want to ask you to please teach him and help him get his grades up. You are the only one I think he might actually listen to. And don't worry, helping him will benefit you too. It will deeply improve your own knowledge and serve as a perfect revision for your own exams. Please, YN, will you help me?" Right as I was trying to process everything Mrs. Anne had just said, the heavy double doors of the main hall swung open. Keonho, yelling from the hallway. "Mom, did you seriously hire another?" He stopped dead in his tracks the moment his eyes landed on me. He blinked once, then twice, utterly shocked to see me sitting on his living room couch. "Mrs. Anne, Keonho, watch your manners. And yes, this is YN. I have personally asked her to be your new tutor." Keonho stared at me for a few silent seconds before a slow, massive smirk began to spread across his face. He crossed his arms, leaning against the doorframe, his eyes dripping with amusement. "Keonho, a tutor, huh? Mrs. Anne, don't give her a hard time, Keonho. She is the top student in your entire grade. If anyone can fix your terrible grades, it's her." Keonho walked over, deliberately choosing to sit right next to me on the couch. He leaned in just a bit too close, making my heart race. Keonho, looking at his mom but keeping his eyes on me. "Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Mom. If YN is the one teaching me, I'll happily study every single day." YN, blushing furiously, looking down at my lap. Mrs. Ann, sighing in relief. "Well, that's a first. I expect you to take this seriously, Keonho. YN, please feel free to use his study room." Keonho, standing up and grabbing my wrist gently to pull me up. "Come on, tutor. Let's go to my room and get started." The driver had brought up my backpack, and before I knew it, I was sitting at a massive mahogany desk inside Keonho's private study room. I opened my textbooks and notes, trying my absolute best to focus on the material and ignore the sheer size of his mansion. YN, so, for this chapter we need to focus on these formulas first. If you don't memorize these, the rest of the section won't make sense. I wrote down a few key points on a blank sheet of paper and looked over to see if he was following along. Keonho was leaning forward, his elbow resting on the table and his chin propped up in his hand. He wasn't looking at the notebook at all. His eyes were fixed entirely on my face, a quiet, amused smile playing on his lips. YN, stopping, my face warming up. "Are you even listening to me?" Keonho, not shifting his gaze for a second. "Yes, I am. Please continue." YN, "Then what did I just say?" Keonho, blinking slowly, completely unfazed. "You said something about formulas, and that your voice sounds really nice when you're being serious." YN, "Can you please focus on the paper?" Keonho, laughing softly, finally shifting his chin from his hand to lean back in his chair. All right, I'm listening. Go on, teacher. What's next?" It had been a month since I started tutoring Keonho. It was recess, and I was sitting alone at my desk in the quiet classroom, just looking over some notes. Suddenly, the front door burst open. I looked up to see Keonho rushing straight toward my desk. He grabbed the chair in front of me, spun it around backward, and sat down facing me, his eyes practically sparkling with excitement. Because the school's most popular guy had just sprinted in to talk to someone as quiet and invisible as me, the few students left in the classroom immediately turned their heads, whispering to each other. YN, surprised, looking around nervously. "Keonho, why are you here?" Keonho, leaning forward, a huge proud grin on his face. "You have no idea what I did today." "What did you do?" Keonho, "Our class had a free period, right? So guess where I went?" "I actually went to the library. For the first time in my entire life, I stepped inside, took out some math workbooks, and literally solved the problems all on my own." I blinked in utter disbelief. The guy who couldn't sit still for 10 minutes a month ago spent his free period in the library. Keonho, urgently tapping my desk. "I want you to check my answers right now. Come with me to the library. My books are still laid out on the table. Come on." I let him pull me out of the classroom, completely ignoring the stunned stares of the students in the hallway. He led me all the way to the back of the school library, where a stack of workbooks sat open on a secluded table. I sat down and pulled his notebook toward me. As I scanned the pages, my eyes widened. Every single formula was applied correctly. The steps were neat, and his answers were completely right. He hadn't just copied them, he had actually listened to everything I taught him over the past month. YN, looking up, a genuine smile breaking across my face. "Keonho, they're all correct. You did amazing." Keonho, who had been holding his breath while watching me grade his work, let out a huge sigh of relief. A soft, incredibly warm smile spread across his face, not his usual smug smirk, but something completely real. "Keonho, really? Man, my head almost exploded trying to remember what you said about that theorem." YN, laughing softly. "See, I told you that you were smart. Your mom is going to be so proud of you." Keonho, leaning his chin on his hand, looking at me intently. "Honestly, I didn't do it to make my mom proud." YN, blinking confused. "Then why did you work so hard?" Keonho, leaning in a little closer, his voice dropping to a gentle whisper. "Because of you. I wanted to prove to my tutor that she wasn't wasting her time on me. And I wanted to show you that I can be serious when it matters." My heart skipped a beat, and I could feel my cheeks burning up in the quiet library. Keonho, reaching out to gently ruffle my hair, laughing softly at my flustered state. "You're doing that cute, quiet thing again. Since I got a perfect score, don't I get a reward? A reward? Like what? Keonho, straightening up, his eyes sparkling playfully, walked to the bus stand with me after school. No driver today. Just you, me, and hopefully no umbrella, so I have an excuse to keep you close. He packed his books into his bag, giving me one last lingering fond look before heading toward the exit, leaving me standing there with my heart racing 1,000,000 miles an hour. From that day on, I wasn't just the quiet girl in the back of the class anymore, and he wasn't just the unreachable popular guy. He was my student, and I was his tutor, but beneath it all, we were exactly where we were meant to be.